Do you feel like this weekend has lost its luster over time?
I thought it lost it about 4 or 5 years ago, so I was way too early to that conversation, I think. But not to be a downer, but look, we're and I joked about this before, years ago. But like, if we kept going down the road, we're going to be throwing it back to me in like 2018. So like, at some point, I think we gotta chill on it a little bit. I think we've rode the horse to death, and we tend to do that a little bit too much.
19 teams are not doing throwback schemes, including the 2311 cars. How's the calculus changed for team owners when you're trying to balance partnerships with changing the colors, changing the schemes, logos, stuff like that for the throwback weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds good in theory, but truthfully, these guys are trying to find a reason to get a return on their investment. And so when you kind of change their logo, or maybe you change their colors and stuff, it doesn't really line up with what they want. So it's just sponsor-driven sport. What do you want me to say? I don't know. There's nothing else to it. I mean, watching the Xfinity cars, it's like they're awesome, right? Because they don't have as many sponsors, and so they can kind of do whatever they want to do. So it's cool to see from their standpoint, but yeah, on the Cup side, it's going to be really tough going forward.
Yeah, it's a big lift, without a doubt, for the marketing and partnership teams that are inside all these organizations to make it happen. There's a lot of conversations, and it takes months of planning, maybe even years of planning in some cases to execute. And I was having this conversation with Kevin Harvick a few weeks ago when we were talking about when he ran the 29 during the All-Star race, and I know that's not this, but it's calls with partners, it's calls with trademarks, it's calls over. I mean, you kind of get to the point where you're like, I just want to go race, But when you do get the project done, and you see it on the track, or you hear from the fans, and whether it be social media or wherever else it might be, and when you've hit a good one, it's definitely worth it.